my trigger point was kind of so I've been trying to plan to do this for a long time,
Hmm.
but what really kind of where I started was kind of after the death of X. So after he died,
X,
I
yeah.
said,
Good morning, everyone. Is it morning there?
yeah, yeah, it's morning here.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our interview with
Wish
Wishgxd.
God,
You can
wish
correct me
God.
right there.
Yes, sir, it's wish God.
Hmm. All right, so Wishgod, you're really an inspiring artist, inspiring to be at the top of your game and really trying to like inspire others, right? Are you that kind of artist?
I'm that kind of artist. Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
on the dot.
All right, so I just wanted to ask you, what really inspired you to start this in the first place?
Oh man.
What was your trigger
So
point? Yeah.
my trigger point was kind of so I've been trying to plan to do this for a long time,
Hmm.
but what really kind of where I started was kind of after the death of X. So after he died,
X,
I
yeah.
said I can really do this.
Hmm.
And ever since then I've just been on a roll constantly. And I've been like in my head doing this. Every song has just been unique.
Hmm.
So that's kind of what's been keeping me going.
So you really have been doing this since X died, which was like I think June of 2018.
June of
Yes,
2018.
sir. So for a year and a half, you've been consistent with making your music.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So tell us more about your music. So what do you usually talk about in there?
So my music kind of depends on my emotions. That's where I derive all of it from. So that's why a lot of it sounds different from each other.
Hmm.
So I had a track that I made when my mother actually went to the hospital for like I think 2 days. I made a track called Chains of Reality.
Okay.
So that song was one thing. And then after that, I dropped a different song. And I've had my first project, the Void Project, that all those songs on there, that's like the cockier side of me.
Hmm.
So it kind of depends on how I'm feeling or kind of how I approach different songs and different beats. If I hear something that I like, I want to rap on, I'm gonna rap on it. If I like something or I'm upset or anything like that going on in my life, I'm gonna rap about it. I'm gonna put it into a song. That's the best way to do it because it's cold cut, clean, and authentic.
Yes, it is. So you're putting your emotions into your music.
Emotions, I'm putting my soul, I'm putting my body. It's not even just me anymore because sometimes I do it for other people who are feeling kind of similar the same way.
Hmm.
So that's kind of how I do it. And I drive those emotions and I drive the ideas that they have, I drive that into a song so they can have somewhere to output it into like ideas from their mind. They can put it into music they instead of doing something stupid,
Hmm.
you know?
Yep.
So that's kind of how I feel about it.
So your music really has meaning, but there's really artists out there, artists like Lil Pump, maybe Anna Lee Choppa. They really have like the hype, you get what I'm saying, the hype feeling, but their
Yes, sir.
lyrics don't really have any meaning. Am I
Yeah,
right?
that's fair. Yeah.
What's your opinion on those artists?
Um, Lil Pump, I've never really even liked his music. His music is good to like get hype and go to clubs with.
Yep,
That's
it is.
fair.
Yep. Yeah.
But with an artist like Anna Lee, though, he's a bit more versatile because, but he's people are saying he's ripping off NBA YoungBoy. I personally like those artists, or at
Hmm.
least I like Anna Lee. I don't really speak for the other artists
Hmm.
because though that artist in specifics is more versatile than anyone else in that caliber where
Hmm.
they make hype music. The only other artist that's probably on that similar playing field has to be Smoke Perp, but he
Smoke Perp.
hasn't really released anything.
Yeah. So
He's been trying to release Dead Star. I was gonna bump that for sure, but he didn't release that. So overall, my opinion, I would have to wrap it around is these are great artists with great potential, except Lil Pump, but
Lil
those are
Pump.
great artists with great potential
Yeah.
who could do so much more, but they're just kind of holding themselves back to the one kind of kind of train track that they have.
Hmm. So
Yeah, that's my way.
you're trying to say they should be more versatile when it comes to music.
Yes, very much so, especially Annalene Smoke Perp, definitely so.
So moving on to like the more social side of your musical career. So you're not exactly at the top of the game.
No, not yet.
Yes, sir. But you still have enough fans, enough people that recognize and listen to your music that yeah, people are gonna listen to it and a lot of people are gonna love it, but there's also gonna be that people who just not not gonna feel with you. He's not gonna go with you on this journey to the top, and they're just gonna like blindly hate. There's people like that in this world, right?
Very much so.
Yes, sir. And how are you what's your plan? What's your blueprint in dealing with that kind of hate source?
In all honesty, uh, anyone that tries to hate on me,
Mhm,
I think of that as fuel. I don't take that into none of that shit to heart because why? Why take stupid shit like that to heart? Because these people are gonna blindly hate on you even though they don't know jack shit about you.
that's
And
true.
then you have your overwhelming fan base. You can have a fan base or you can have a cult following. A cult following will go to hell and back to tell these haters that they're stupid. And if they actually take an in-depth listen, they'll understand what you're trying to say.
Mhm,
And that's what I'm trying to create here, like a cult type of fan base that will always stick up for me. And
mhm,
if I'm wrong, they'll tell me if I'm wrong.
mhm,
That's the type of thing I want. That's how I deal with hate. And I don't take none of it to heart. If someone wants to hate on me, I'm gonna tell them hate on me, bro. You can burn down my damn crib for all I want, bro.
mhm.
But honestly, as long as I could keep making music for the people that want to hear me and hear my voice and stand out from the rest, then I damn straight will keep going.
Yes,
Doesn't matter
sir.
who says not to.
Mhm. So your fan base, having a strong fan base, having a loyal fan base that will stand up for you no matter what happens is very important.
Of course.
Uh, if you look at yourself from a third perspective, do you think you have achieved that level of, having fans that will be loyal to you no matter what, or are you still like not on that point yet?
Mm,
Just like all honesty,
I'm
just if you just look at yourself.
if I were to look at myself, I'm kinda at the middle point because I'm still building it, but
Mhm.
I already have some sort of fan base that will still defend me if they need to. If I ask them to, like, support me on something, they will support me on something.
Yep.
So I'm still building it. It's still getting bigger. That's how it always has to be.
Mhm.
Rome wasn't built in a day, so I just gotta keep going.
Mhm.
That's what I love about the music industry because you get to see you watch yourself get built, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Mhm.
And I'm seeing it now over time that it's starting to build, and I'm glad because yeah, while it is very slow, and sometimes when stuff is slow, people don't have the patience. If
Mhm.
you have the patience like I do, that I see, I'm hopefully going to be able to build that big fan base by the end of this year or going
Yes,
into the
sir.
next year as well.
Well, that's a goal, making a fan base.
Of
Because
course,
as the artist, it doesn't matter if you have millions of followers if they're not gonna stick up for you. It really doesn't matter.
they're not really fans; they're just there.
Yeah, they're just there to like, if you're relevant, just check you out. If you're irrelevant, just like move on to the next.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
everyone can be relevant, everyone wants to be relevant, so at the end of the day, if that's what you believe, to be just a fan because someone is relevant,
Mhm.
instead of staying with them and listening to the music even after the fact, then you're not really a fan. I understand if you don't really like their music that they change it to, but, if you actually support the person, keep supporting the person regardless. That's always how it is.
Yes, sir. So if we move on to the next topic, a lot of rappers, I mean, a lot of rappers, they have a lot of drug references in their music.
Yeah.
Are you in support of that, or like do you also use drug references in your music, or what's your opinion?
I've used a few drug references, but I don't overuse it. And my opinion on that is like, I understand that some people use drugs and everything like that, and they make drug references. That's just what's relevant, what's hot. But at the end of the day, if people keep pushing that specific topic and you see people using drugs because they think it's cool, like look at Juice. He got into it because of Future.
Yeah.
That just shows how much like influence music has. So it's better to kind of switch it around. We have to switch it around if we want to stop these drug related ass deaths. That's the only way we could do it. And if artists actually start to do that, then you'll swindle a lot of people into not doing drugs anymore, at least being instrumental in kind of stopping that or being a break in the chain link that's causing that.
Mhm. I
And
mean,
that
I think some artists, they don't realize how much influence that the things that they produce, that the music that they make is having an effect on the listeners, especially the young ones who doesn't really know like what to do for themselves.
That's very true, actually.
So people like Juice, yeah, as you said, like Future is the one who got Juice into drugs. Like even though Future didn't directly tell him to get into drugs, his music really swayed him.
Influenced it.
Yeah, influenced him.
Mm,
So I think you agree that it is a problem? It does need to change.
of course.
Yeah.
Mm. Man,
But
I got a question for
yeah.
you though.
Okay. Ask away.
How long have you been doing this, man? Because you seem very professional.
Um not so long. Maybe like hasn't even been a year, I don't think. Maybe like 9 months,
Really?
10 months.
Well, damn, hold up. Then you, hey, bro, you could be the next no jumper for sure. I'm gonna,
Oh,
hey, if I get big,
oh well, thank
damn
you.
straight, shout you out.
Yeah, thank you. Well, just started, I just got like I was just like just one there, just staying there. I was like, you know what? I should really like try to reach out with like people, talk with them, see what their life is like. No. So it just got me to this
We
point.
learn about people. Trust me. When you interview artists, like you'll have always have those artists that are like very mainstream and their ideals are all kind of the same.
Yeah.
But you'll meet a lot of unique people. I don't know if I'm one of those unique people. I don't know if I can count myself there. I hope I can to you anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But every artist that you'll meet is different, and everything that they say can be similar, but will never be the same. That's what I love about the music industry. No one is the exact same, and you cannot be the same.
Everyone has a different color.
Very much so.
So where were we at? I kind of got lost there.
Uh, we were on drug
Oh
influence.
yeah, drug influence. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, not on that topic. That
All right.
topic is
Okay,
pretty
so we can move on.
straightforward. Yes, sir.
So, you know, I recently learned I've been like doing research on like marketing music, and I
Mhm.
realized just how important marketing music is. It's almost as important as making music, because what's the point of making dope music if no one's going to listen to it, if you're not going to
Well,
traffic anyone into your music, right?
that's that's very true.
I mean, it's facts though. Like we don't want to
It
admit it
is.
because like, it's hard work. Marketing is hard, but true.
It's true.
Well,
Cause I actually, Rap Supercharge. I'm actually the full owner of it. I'm not the partial owner. I'm the full owner of
oh,
it.
you are?
Of course.
Oh,
I've just been able to stand on the sidelines and kind of use it as my alter ego to push artists as well.
okay.
So that's kind of why I semi busy doing music stuff. That's why sometimes I don't really use it too
Mhm.
much, but I've just been posting constantly. So actually, shout out Rap Supercharge and shout out Steven Lemonade and Lemonade
Thank you, thank
promo.
you.
If you guys are looking for promotion,
Mhm,
this is where you come and get it. That's going to be straightforward, spearheaded, and free. So if
mhm.
you're an artist looking to get promoted, that's where you want to go. Straight up.
Yeah. So I was just like, looking into it, and I just really got interested.
Mhm.
And I just said you own Rap Supercharge. So
Yeah.
I checked out your profile. You seem to know a few at least about marketing.
Yeah.
So let's say there's like a few artists listening to this right now, few like small inspiring artists looking to grow their numbers. What would be your little tip about marketing to tell them what should they be doing to get your music out there into, even if it's a small audience?
Um, my tip for that, because I'm like a medium-sized artist. My tip for that would be use videos and always do features,
Hmm.
because doing features will get you access to a new audience. You don't know where, however small or big it is, you'll always have new artists and always meet new people, because those people can push your stuff
Hmm.
all the time. They will share your stuff. If you just have to be a friendly person. You have to be and never, and I'm telling you, never be afraid to take DMs to people like friends or anyone that you know
Hmm.
to tell them, "Oh, can you promote this for me? Can you share this for me? Can you push this for me?"
Hmm.
Never be afraid to do that. And a lot of people don't like self promos either. Be shameless with it.
Hmm.
Just self promote if you have to, just know what posts to self promote on and what posts not to. Lots of people will hate on you for that, but what else are they going to do? It's Instagram.
True.
People hide behind profile.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter.
I mean,
And then,
yeah.
wait, I got one more.
Hmm.
For self promotion, if you like, not even just self promote, but just trying to get yourself out there, be consistent. I cannot stress this enough. Be consistent and make sure you don't drop snippets of any release that
Mhm.
will get people hype at like a month before. Never do that because I did that with Catch Up.
Yep.
By the way, go stream Catch Up on Spotify and SoundCloud.
Yep, go ahead.
But if you have that fan base, and like I think it got about 1,000 people looking at it on it, so they were waiting for that release because it sounded great.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I got access to verified artists in the first place, that
Mhm.
track. So if you're gonna release a snippet like that, you need to do it like at least within 1 week
Mhm.
of the actual release or 2 weeks max.
2 weeks.
Just know how to do it and how to market yourself and the time frame that you plan on doing it at. You don't tease no tracks a month before because the hype will die down so quick and people will lose interest
I mean,
immediately.
yeah, true. It's Instagram. Everything goes fast.
Exactly. You got to move at the speed and pace of the Instagram, and you kind of also have to move at the pace of your own fan base as well.
Mhm.
That's simple how I do it.
I mean, yeah, true.
Yes, sir. All right.
I just wanted to go back to the topic of like self-promoting and like posting, making comments, like saying like check me out, those kind of stuff.
Mm, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I do that too to get people, to check out my things. But every time I post, there's just like this like moral thing that comes to my head. It's just like, yo, this isn't right. Like, what are you doing in someone else's post, like promoting yourself?
Yeah, I
Like the
have the same.
focus is on that person. It shouldn't be on you. But at the same time, like how else are you gonna do it? How else are you gonna like reach out to new people?
Exactly.
So it really is a double-edged sword,
It
promoting.
is. And like, think of it at this way: there are fishes out there that latch onto bigger fish to eat their food.
Hmm.
Everyone wants to get their food. You sometimes you have to do things that you probably won't like doing long term, but
Hmm.
if you have to, then you have to.
Yep.
And I've self-promoted myself a few times and I actually got my profile buzzing a bit and I've kind of kept that buzz ever since then.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you firsthand, self-promo does work. You just have to know how to do it, what pages to do it on, and sometimes you just have to take the heat for it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Regardless, if you keep posting, someone will get interested. And sometimes even the people that'll hate on it be say like, you know what? I'll just take a look at his profile because even then, the interactions that you get for them simply looking on your profile helps the algorithm a tiny bit, but it's help, and that's
Yep.
all an artist and or even a podcaster needs. Anything
Hmm. A help is
those
help,
interactions, help is
guaranteed.
help, guaranteed.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's all the questions I have for today. Do you have anything else do you want to say to your
Um,
audience?
I would like to say thank you for bringing me on.
No
I
problem,
want
man.
to shout out quite a few artists and everything.
Yeah.
Shout out ICTK,
Mm-hmm.
shout out Dre Cost, shout out IMB Karma.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, because he's a verified artist. I'm doing a track with him hopefully very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Shout out to Euphoria Paralysis. I used to be part of that band. It's no longer mine, unfortunately, due to circumstances, but I will always love them. Um, and just if shout out to anybody trying to do music or anyone that is looking to get into something like this because it's not easy and it takes a lot of time and even a lot of money as well. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're coming, I promise you, bring your all and bring your A game and try to be unique as possible and always bring your sound
All right.
forever.
All right. That was one hell of a preach, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for being hosted. It was a nice talk. It was a nice talk with you.
Oh, and I got one more thing.
Oh, sure.
Any artist that's looking to collaborate,
Mm-hmm.
I do cheap and or free features. I'm not looking to do this for money. I want to get out there and I want to help other artists get out there. So if you're looking to do any form of feature with me, I'm damn straight. I'm here. Hit my DM, my Instagram at Wishgxd
Mm-hmm.
or anything like that.
All right. That's a
I
deal.
thank you for having me on, man.
All right. No
This is
problem,
much
man.
appreciated. This is my first actual interview, so you
Oh,
can
really?
be the first to say that you interviewed me.
Oh, well, that's an
Thank you.
honor. All right. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, man. Thank you.
All right. Hoping
Bye.
to work with you soon. Bye.
You will, trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.